I want to start with the EC limiting media coverage at regional collation centers. And a lot of people are already beginning to raise issues with this. Let me just read you, give you a bit of context, just read you some of the stories here, and then we can get right into it. All right, so the EC to allow only 12 media houses into regional collation centers. All right, so the Electoral Commission has instructed its regional directors to limit media and observer access to regional collation centers during the 2024 general elections, emphasizing the need for a secure and efficient collation process. Now, under the new guidelines, only 8 media houses will be allowed at each constituency collation center. Now, at the regional collation centers, the EC has set a limit of 12 media houses consisting of 5 TV stations and 7 radio stations. Now, Dr. Eric Bosman-Sari, Deputy Commissioner of the EC, clarified the decision during an interview on Eyewitness News on Tuesday, November 26th. He explained that the restrictions are intended to streamline the collation process and ensure smooth operations at both constituency and regional levels. Now, I quote, "We arrived at our conclusion based on our history and the nature of the collation centers. If you're not very careful and you don't manage the centers very well, you may end up having a lot of challenges to deal with. So, the Commission believes that this particular arrangement will create a very smooth collation exercise at the constituency and the regional level." Now, we are not only reducing numbers for the media, it is something which cuts across. We are making the point that with the 8 media houses, let us take a constituency like Banda, Hohoi, or Bantama, and you have 8 media houses. We think there should be enough to send the message, to send the information, he stated. And then, of course, in the letter you find in the article you find the letter, which is a subject is titled "Accreditation for Media Houses." And it says here, "I bring you greetings from my secretariat ahead of election day on the 7th of December. This comes to you. This comes to request that you send us the names of credible media houses, i.e. radio and TV stations in your districts and regions. The purpose is to enable them to provide, enable us to provide them with accreditation, which will allow them entry into the constituency collation centers and the regional collation centers as follows." And then it goes and gives the breakdown of that. All right, so that's the story there. Let me start with Lorato on this one.
Yeah, good morning, David, once again. Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to our... That's a bit mind-boggling, for lack of a better description. I think the EC needs to give some further explanation to how they arrived at this decision. Because we've pushed for media engagements all these years. The media are the fourth estate of the realm. They bring information, education, and entertainment to us. And this is a very critical election. So I think the EC needs to give us some further explanation as to why they've arrived at such a decision. Because if you take a constituency, apart from the local radio stations, and now we have a lot of community radio stations and local, should I say maybe constituency or district-based radio stations. So I think it's a conversation that needs to be looked at again. Who was engaged? Did they engage the GJ? Did they engage the, is it Prem Park? There's an association for private, independent, private media, GIBA. So did they engage all of them? Did they seek their input? Because if there's a proper stakeholder engagement in issues like this, it doesn't raise a lot of eyebrows and decisions taken. I've seen a lot of engagement with the security task force led by the IGP, as it should be. There's been a lot of engagement. There's been a lot of stakeholder engagement. How was this decision arrived at? Were the players within that sector engaged? Were these conclusions unanimous, or the EC is just taking a unilateral decision? Where we've got into in our politics, I think that it's better for broader consultation and well thought through stakeholder engagement, especially when it comes to media coverage. Such a decision was made with the CSOs, and it's still a conversation that is ongoing. I think the EC needs to look at how they take some of these decisions so it doesn't become like anybody. It may be in the best interest of the nation, but how the decision is arrived at, how it is communicated is important to let it either be accepted or frowned upon. So I think the EC needs to do further, or give us further, further and better particulars for us to all accept this in good faith. Because I mean, I've heard Media Foundation come up, but what about GJ? What about Primpack? What about Kiba? What's their take
because
on this?
even with what they said in terms of the letter that they issued, there are TV stations, radio stations, but there are no print media even involved.
So I think they need to reconsider this. I mean, if they've already met these stakeholders and they've agreed to this, because I mean, it's not all the media houses that are also credible. I even chanced on a report by Media Foundation talking about the, how did they caption it? They captioned it, they had a very, I think it's the 5 sins of media organizations in the country. It's on their website. I think it was published in 2021. Media professionalism, the 5 ethical sins of the Ghanaian news media. And they gave instances, so indecency, inaccuracies, offending good taste and public sensibilities, prejudice and stereotyping, and mixing facts with opinion. And there's been a very widely waged campaign against disinformation and misinformation in this particular year. So we need to look at it. If they have agreed, if the major stakeholders within the media space have agreed to this decision, then sure. But if they haven't, I think the EC needs to engage them so that we don't have all these facts. And you know, our competitors in the NDC will play a lot of mischief with these things, even though they were not able to provide any evidence when they laid claims. But I think EC needs to engage further if they already haven't done that.
Okay, right. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning to you and my sister and those watching us this morning. Without them, sitting here is nothing. We appreciate their taking time to watch. For me, when I heard this, I said, this EC is not serious. Without the media, what can they do? And she's been one of the ECs who engages in media conferences, or whatever I should put it, more than any other EC. So if the media has been there for you all this while, how come all of a sudden?
Yeah, but you're referring to her as an individual, but this is the commission.
She takes the decisions.
No, she doesn't. It's the co-commission.
I know, but whatever it is, she's the head. And whatever she says is final. Because she's always been the one leading.
This is misinformation.
And it's even Bosman Asari was the one who was even speaking to the issues. Not the chairperson.
Okay. This is misinformation.
We'll say she because the leader is a she. No, it's not about misinformation, Loratu. The truth is, the media has been there for you all this while. Whatever you need to do.
No, you say whatever she says is final. But there's a commission that takes decisions.
I know, but it's always been so.
No, I don't think it's a fair statement to make. Yes. I don't think it's a fair statement to make because the commission functions as a unit. Yeah. Yes, the face of the commission is the chairperson.
The chairperson.
Yes, but it's a whole commission.
Okay.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
So,
Yeah.
if the media you've been working with the media closely all this from 2020 till now. I don't know what the media have done to her this time around for her to come out with this, and wouldn't want the media to be in a certain space. What is there to hide? What has she got to hide? That she wouldn't want it reported or the media seeing. Those media people you want to allow, who are they? And what is the criteria? Why are some going and some not? Because I don't know what really informed this particular decision. I don't know if she has given reasons for that and why she wouldn't want.
Well, the letter is very clear on what it is that they're asking for. So if I can just go back to it again. So it says here, memo from the Electoral Commission, from the Deputy Chairman of Operations to regional directors. So these are the regional directors of the EC. It's an internal memo. Yeah.
So nothing has gone to the stakeholders within the
I don't think so. It doesn't say that, no.
GIBA and all that.
So
it's something that's leaked out. That's what it means.
Well,
it's in the public domain.
It's in the public domain because we spoke to Dr. Bosman Asari on Eyewitness News yesterday. Umaru Sanda spoke with him yesterday. So this was something that we came across, and and the chairperson as well as the deputy chairman of corporate services have been copied in this. Okay, and it says subject is accreditation for media houses. Then it says, excuse me, I bring you greetings from my secretariat, and my secretariat being deputy chairman of operations. Okay, and it says ahead of election day. Okay, and he's talking to the regional directors that it says this comes to request that you send us the names of credible media houses. This is from the regions. Do you understand? So that they can give them accreditation to come and cover the elections.
So
it's an internal
in this context. What's the criteria?
So we need to know.
It's a fair comment to. A fair question to ask.
Yeah.
Because if you are saying credible,
I don't think they are being fair. Because when they want to carry news across, I don't think they go asking for credible media houses before they do that. They just send it because they want it to go viral. So they send it to everybody and anybody. But now you are asking for credible. And what is their definition for credible in this instance? Or what do they mean by that? They shouldn't let people read meanings into what they are trying to do, because this election, we want to go into this election with a clear mind, free and fair, before, during, and after, so that when the MPP loses this election, they'll be comfortable. They won't come fighting anybody like they did in 2008, that we have to go to 3 rounds. We beg them. This EC, they are too much of wahala for Ghanaians. They should just pay us all this detail. This wahala is too much. Media houses are supposed to cover your thing. Just give them accreditation. I'm sure they know where their limits will be, their boundaries, and they wouldn't cross it. We won't expect any media houses to go beyond certain limits, so that we all wouldn't have issues after the election or hearing news, blah, 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 blah. So we beg them. They themselves, they don't have that credibility, so they shouldn't go asking for anybody's credibility. He who comes with access for equity should come with clean hands. So they should also come clean. Then when people are also meeting them, they are coming with clean whatever.
If you say the EC doesn't have credibility, you are going into a contest not trusting the umpire of the contest. That's a problem.
It's a quoted thing.
That's a problem.
With question marks, seriously, because if you have you think you have the right to question somebody's credibility, we also have the right to question your credibility.
On the basis of what?
On the basis of what are they also questioning, asking for somebody's credibility?
Fair enough. That's a good.
So I'm also on that basis, or whichever basis they are also doing that. I'm also sitting here asking the same thing. What is their credibility asking for somebody's credibility? If you have clear mind, you have clear conscience, you know you are doing the right things. Are we also not Ghanaians? Are the media houses not Ghanaians? Are they not paying taxes to the nation? So if they have to cover, they have to also make news, they have to also sell. And whatever they need to sell on election, they give them that because at that day is your day. You carry the day, you do whatever, and we are all there to support you. The political parties, the media, whoever, stakeholders, we are all there to support you. But if you want to question people's credibility, then you don't expect us to also be quiet on you. Do you understand? They should give us a free and fair space, but we also make sure that people don't abuse whatever space they are given. And I'm sure most of these media houses will not even want to go and do anything so that their names will be dented and all that. People want their news to sell, or people want at least when I tune, there are stations I don't even want to tune in because you don't want to hear certain things. And I'm sure there are people out there who also wouldn't want to tune into some particular stations. It's both sides. We know stations that are credible. We know stations when it comes
so
to
you're going
certain,
into the realm of EC. You know stations that are credible.
I'll come back to
okay.
them. So
then you know.
No.
Then EC is right.
No, listen to me, Loratu.
So if you know stations that are credible,
exactly.
We know stations that are credible when it comes to certain things.
Okay, what does that mean?
Quote unquote, credible when it comes to political analysis.
Yeah, the AC is right.
Because in this case, this is an election. This is not a political thing.
You're asking a fair question. When you understand what the AC is asking.
Everybody knows it's an NDC station. We won't sit here and deny. You go to Home to Me. You won't ask me to go to Home to Me and I'll go and be comfortable. I won't go. Okay. Nothing will make me go to that station, not for anything, because it is so much branded with a particular color that how can I even be comfortable sitting there?
Okay.
That's why I spoke of two stations. So when it comes to certain political colors and credibility, fine. But this one is election, and we have a stake in it, and people want to sell. Whether I want to listen to that station or be on that station, it's not the thing. Somebody wants. That's where. Somebody. That is where I have a friend. It's one to me. He watches. He won't go anywhere or tune into any station.
Only station.
That's the only station, and he will tell me say, and somebody too wouldn't want to. I know somebody. It is a city. And that is all. And for me, when it comes to news, it is city. Especially my 5 o'clock, 6 that way. It is city. So that is us. We know certain things. But we have other media houses that people, they bring in those little bits of those informations that we don't get on the big platforms. And you get, sometimes you get this and say, hey, when did this thing happen? You got it from where you were not expecting, the unassuming places. Do you understand? So if you sit here and want to gag people because it's an election, I don't think 2020 anybody gave them any cause to be worried.
Okay.
So they should just let people be free, the media houses, because when they need them, they are always there for them. So this shouldn't be the time that I always also want to sell and chop small. Then you want to deny me that.
All right. So some messages have come through. Good morning, Channel One. How are you all doing today? Well, we're good. Ghana shall win no matter what happens.
Of course.
Yes, I do believe that as well. Today, Lorato has chosen Ghana over MPP. This is a message. Please let me read. This is Kwesi Dazi, the one who's talking here. He says here,
it's true.
I thought she was coming to defend the decision of the EC.
I don't speak for the EC.
But deducing from her submission, she's not in support of the EC.
I don't speak for
take
the
care
EC.
And have a wonderful day. Kwesi, you take care as well. All right. So Kwesi Dazi from Kwabenya, CEO of Merchants Pub, is sending us that message. Good morning, Channel One TV. My greetings goes to the my one and only sister, Sister Loratu. We are proud of you. It is possible together, inshallah. Yeah. This is coming from, is it Kusowu? Okay,
Kusowu.
Kusowu. Yeah, okay. All right, so those are the messages we have.
Gonja.
Yeah.